Good morning, it is Matt Rogers. It's now Friday, the 6th of the 4th, 2018. And a warm welcome to everybody in our community as we still research for those heavenly bodies and still show these fantastic, genuine photos from across the world. Okay, on this gallery archive, which I'm going to start with Cassidy Gibson's image from the USA. It's like what we see all across our world. We are seeing a halo. We're seeing chemical trails. Now, there are many more people now looking up to the heavens. Now we're getting emails from members of the public. There's other people that are taking these images, noticing that people are walking out their houses now, taking a look to the heavens and noticing these chemical trails and this phenomenon of this halo in the skies. Now I'd like to say as well that I witnessed these lowered cloud formations this afternoon, and I also noticed the chemtrails, the chemical trails spraying in front of the area that we see that the sun changes its colour to white. And those chemical trails were orange. The reflection was so strong. So we're seeing a white disk in the sky, but indeed we are seeing an orange reflection. That reflection is from another body that's out there in our solar system. Now the colour as well is reflecting on the chemical cloud systems as well. Just to the edge of these cloud systems you will see this orange colour, a red colour as well. So you're seeing a white disk like you see on the photograph, and then you will start to see other colours beaming through. That's not from the white disk that you're seeing above our atmosphere. What you're seeing is colours from other intruders that have entered our solar system. The seasons as well. Winter, autumn, summer, they've changed. And this change will continue. Like on the photograph, if you look closely, just behind this reflector that you're seeing that's being smudged and covered up by those in power with those chemical cloud systems, just in the background you can see a large orange colour that's beaming through. It's becoming stronger. Now looking at the halos from about a year ago, you didn't see that because those objects were still far back. So indeed, please be observant to the colours that you're seeing now. But they do spray very hard, very quickly to cover up this truth. Now, I spotted it very clearly around 3 p.m. And indeed, on the sundown, we did have a huge halo in the skies here in the UK, in Great Britain. But to the left side as well, as we saw the sun going down, there was a huge white area of colour, brightness to the left side, a huge shadow just above it as well, and the chemtrails, the chemical clouds, were all around the area of this white light that was so bright in the sky. Now this heavenly body will shine like a torch, and it's so evident that things are definitely changing. Let me now move to another photo, and thank you for sending this true image into us. And take care. Okay, we've got a video that's coming from Iris Turner. Now look at those chemical cloud formations that you can see out there in our atmosphere. Chemtrails. And this is indeed a huge cover-up. Now, like I explained as well, it's very important that you're now starting to see a red colour that's around the area of the reflector. That colour again is from another heavenly body out there that has entered our solar system. This is what they're doing. They're spraying the skies. The seasons are so different now as well. Everything is changing. Now, it is important to carry on because it is so evident that we're seeing a big change as well. Geoengineering as well is poisonous. Aluminum is dangerous to humanity. They're spraying up only just but to cover the truth. So Iris, thank you for this video. Now I just want to say as well that people that are using their laptops, their computers, their tablets, it's important to change passwords. Now I had a problem when I got home from work. All my files, my work, my photographs, a lot of other personal things just disappeared. Everything just went, gone. So I checked through my computer and was able to bring up a message saying I was hacked 20 times from the USA. Now what I'd done was I rebooted and I had to download the formats and the programs to reinstate. I was so close, I really thought that I'd lost everything. But then I turned everything off, then everything was sorted as much as possible as I could do, rebooted everything, and it was all back to normal. So I was so pleased to see that everything came back. Let me now move to other images, because like I just said, it's important to keep your security live, keep your firewall strong, and change those passwords. Here is a very interesting image from Kevin McCoy in our community, showing you how dark it becomes in the skies around about 12 p.m. Look at the reflector. I mean, it's so evident. This image too that's been brought in. Can you see the chemical trail? And in the background there as well, you've got a formation of poison that's being sprayed just to hide what you're seeing on the screen, which is so evident. Our sun is blue. What we're seeing again in front of the area of the sun is the reflector. It is so evident on people's images. We have to now start to become aware of this truthful situation. Just moments later, Kevin took this next photograph as well. Look at the colour that you see. The public think it is our sun, but there you've got that huge reflector. And these chemical trails, they are showing this red haze that's reflecting. Just phenomenal images. Let me now move to Kevin's next genuine photo. Now, like Kevin said in the email, that they just keep coming. And they do in a lot of numbers as well, these military planes. Can you see now we've got another chemtrail that's forming through the skies? Still, what we're seeing as well is the truth that our sun has changed. Look again around the area of the skies. It should be a lot lighter. This is quite an important photograph as well, because when you see that ultraviolet light that's beaming down, look at the tree to the right side. Now, that should be shining a golden reflection from our natural sun. It's not, is it? It's now a white, dim sky that you're seeing a shadow with a dimness of whiteness that is reflecting on the tree. It's the wrong way around. Even taking a look at the sky as well, it's very, very dim. Still the chemtrails and the haze, everything is still continuing to this day. As like I said before, it is indeed a huge cover-up. Okay, now here's an email that came through from Christopher Lee. Now, Christopher is from the UK as well, from Peterborough. It states, "Hi Matt, some more pictures taken today, 5th of the 4th, 2018, around 3 p.m. As always, great videos from you. Let's hope you can really get the situation across to a lot of people. Your last video had a really good insight into this very true situation. Keep going, pal," from Chris. Now, I'm going to show Chris's images because this is what I saw of the skies today, and I believe as well that they are not military chem planes. These that I've focused on and looked at in detail look like drones. Other objects spraying the skies. Let me now just show you these fantastic images. Okay, it's true, isn't it? Like Christopher said, that we've got to try and get this word out, and we've got to carry on. Because like I saw as well of these chemical trails sprayed, and they do like an oval shape in the sky now as well. And can you notice the trail just to the left hand side? If I can just show you this on the screen, it's coming from the ground. and it's coming from a strange angle. Now, any military plane would not come from an angle. Let me zoom into this for you. Okay, what I've done is I've zoomed into the lower chemtrail. Now, if this was a plane, like I've just stated then, the passengers would they'd be very, very unease, wouldn't they? We would all be unease. Even the pilots, or if it was a military plane, they would be unease as well, because look at this curve. A natural plane would just take off like a normal angle. Look at this, it's making a strange bend in the sky. So indeed, this trail that's being used is not a chem plane. It is a drone or some other type of technology that they're using. Let me just zoom in to the other part as well. Now what I've done is I've just gone below a bit so you can start to see where it's taken off, and it is taken off from the land. So they must be very close to housing areas, family members, people that are working very hard just to keep the bills going. And all of us, again, are seeing this in the heavens. Okay? Now, that chemtrail, it can't be far. It doesn't look as thick as a normal military plane chemtrail, does it? And if you observe big factories where you live and places of where they've been locked up, closed down facilities, big warehouses, this is where they're taking off these drones or whatever they're using as technology. They're using them places. They're bringing in whatever they need into them places at night time and then locking the place up and then firing them off into the skies. And are they controlled, more controlled? Because they move in a strange way. Let me just show you the other part of the photo. Okay, now you can see the area where it's done that curvature and then it's lining itself up. So indeed it's either being controlled or it's on a memory or something. But I saw about 30 of these, 30 of them circling around the skies. Now, they weren't spraying in front of the sun. They were spraying to the right side of the area that we saw of the sun. Now, there was a very strong red fleck that was flecking through the colour to the right side of the sun during the mid-morning to afternoon skies. And when I saw that reflector myself today, I saw an orange colour beaming through. I never saw that last year, not even past 6 months ago. But when I spotted that red haze only on Iris Turner's images from Florida, I knew that something was coming. We all did. It was worrying to see that. Now, like us all sky watchers now, we are vigilant and we're positive and we can see that colour. It's so important. Afternoon skies. People, also scientists, have stated do not look at the sun, it can harm your eyes, which is true. But when you see the cloud chem formations, it's all right to have a look at it. You'll notice that the sun has changed its colour through the afternoon skies, and you will see that orange fleck colour that's coming through from another heavenly body, this incoming system. The plot thickens, the skies are changing, and the evidence is now becoming more overwhelming. Let me now move to another image. Okay, now, moments later, this is what happens. Okay? You're seeing more chemical trails being sprayed in front of the sun. Some chemical trails look blue. Some others look red. Now, when they start to spray, they're white. They're white trails coming from the other side. And they're coming from the ground and being pushed up into the skies with technology, making them look like planes in the skies, and then they turn different colours towards the area of the sun that we see. Now the reason, like I just said, they change colour is because the reflector will change the colour of the chemtrail in front of the reflector blue. But also, as you see on the photograph, just around the area that you see of the dimming of the sun, they change red. Now they start off white and then they begin to change red. That is a reflection from another body. This, like on this photograph that just come in as well, is showing this red haze behind the chemtrail activity that you're seeing. out there every day in our skies. Now I've noticed as well that we see cloud formations scattered about, very small cloud formations. They don't move, they just stay there as these chemicals again are being sprayed across the area of the sun through the skies. Very sad to see, because these are chemical cloud formations. They are not natural. One side of the sky looks like just strange shape of formations of clouds, and then you look to the other side, northeast, and the skies look completely different. A haze, chemtrails, I mean, they're working very hard as well to spray across our celestial body that you see of the sun. And then you look to the west and the cloud systems look different again. So what are we seeing? Are we seeing different skies in one day? It doesn't make sense, because back in the day, in the 1990s, early 2000s, the sky was the same all over north, east, south and west. So we're seeing different skies. It's affecting everything, these chemical trails. And when these chemical trails are affecting everything, something big is going to go off. It's like, as I said before, a ticking time bomb. They're playing with fire. And it's all to do with saving their banking system. They don't want no one to know of this truth that is slowly heading closer towards us each and every day. Now here's Christopher's last photograph of another chemplane that's spraying across our atmosphere at the top, and then you've got this other object that is being fired from the ground, and then it takes a strange U-turn in the skies again. Just another mixture of chemicals which they are using to cover this event, this incoming event that we will see in our lifetime. Let me move to other images. And Christopher, thank you for sending these photos in, because again, people need to know and look out for those strange trails that come from the ground upwards and make a strange U-turn. Okay, we've got an image coming in from Rand Hebert that's just taken this photo for us all to see. Now, I believe as well that those objects, as I say in the past as well, that they have now entered our solar system and they are very close towards our sun. Now, seeing a heavenly body that's in our skies is going to be a lot different, isn't it? Now, the situation isn't just going to be like we're going to see the celestial moon. This situation is just growing upon us each and every day. It's a slow process, but we're seeing those colours. And indeed, we will see another star in the sky next to our sun. The colours are so evident. We're starting to see the colours now. Look at the colour here on this photograph as well. There is that orange colour on those cloud formations. There is the dim and dark blue sky. We do see these black cloud systems. Very demonic, but very strange again. We didn't see these in the past years. There is the reflector, the white light of the sun that you're seeing on the screen. There's many different colours beaming through. Let me now go to the next photo. Now we have Benny from Bristol showing you the halo. This is what I saw as well, looking towards the heavens. This huge halo and a huge cover-up of chemical cloud systems. So here in Great Britain we are seeing this so evident now. That red colour again around the area that we see of the soul. I mean, it is becoming different every time we see these photos. So Benny, thank you and big respect to you too. Okay, what you're seeing on this photograph that was sent in by Stephen Britton. He sends in many photos and lots of genuine emails, like all of you. He's studied the skies and he's seen this system. He's persistent. He's going to carry on. We are all going to carry on. We've got to stand strong for this. It's important, again, as I say, the public have the right to know the truth. Look at this photograph in detail. Now, when we see the area of the sun, we do see a red reflection. Now, that is quite normal, but what you're seeing on Stephen's image is so clear that you're seeing a pink reflection. It's in the centre of the photograph there on the horizon with that white light as well. Can you see the chemtrails? Those chemical clouds are put there on purpose because they don't want you to see this heavenly body through the daytime skies. They have spent so much money on this. They knew it was coming back. There's telescopes out there, Lucifer, the SPT telescope, and many other telescopes in Chile. They are tracking this system. They've been tracking it for years. There's nothing we or they can do. These images are real. The evidence is out there. All you have to do is go out in the afternoon and notice the colours that are now spilling through, showing themselves through those chemical formations. Now I'm going to go, and I'll be back again very shortly with a new video with a longer archive gallery of the evidence of 2018. So like I say as well, it's very important, don't let those in power think for you. Indeed, it's always right to think for ourselves. God bless you all. Take care. From Matt Rogers.